All right, everybody, welcome to the very first edition of the 101 Things Under the Sun podcast. I am BrownieBits, and I am joined by everybody's favorite old man, Old Man Hoodrich. How are you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm not doing too bad today, guys. You know, just enjoying this nice Florida weather. Got to be a lot better than whatever it is sitting up in Indiana, I guarantee.
Oh yeah, it's something. It is definitely something. Though it was 50 degrees today again. So
wow.
It is very warm for November.
It is not going to be a white winter.
The Farmer's Almanac is calling for a real bad winter, apparently.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Buckle up for January then.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So I think we should start off talking a little about ourselves. And
that's something I really hate to do, but I think in this case I might be able to soldier on into some of that.
Yeah, it's important for our audience to kind of get to know who we are, I would say.
All right, well then I'll let you take it away first, and
all right.
You feel good enough's good, I'll take over.
Sounds good. Well, I am BrownieBits. We just both had birthdays not too long ago either.
Oh yeah, that is right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're born around the same time. Only I'm older.
Yeah.
And
shocker.
Oh well. And but I play video games on YouTube. I actually have a family-friendly gaming channel called BrownieBits Gaming, which some of you may know me from, and some of you may not. But I figured I'd throw it out there anyways. Going strong on there. I'm a huge baseball fan. I'm a huge sports fan in general, but baseball is my niche. You know, my niche, whatever.
One of those is a food, and the other's like a subset of something you're good at.
Yeah, that's baseball is what I love. I'm a huge baseball fan, diehard. Hoodrich and I have talked many a days about baseball. We're going to talk a little bit about baseball today too, but we'll get into that later. I enjoy taking long walks on the and poking dead things with a stick. So
hopefully it's not that stick, and we'll all be good.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think you're up there, buddy. Let's hear a little about the old man.
All right, Old Man Hoodrich is here, guys. Basically, I just moved to Florida about a year and a half ago. Holy shit, I've been here for a fucking year and a half. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I moved down to sunny Central Florida.
Yeah.
From Indiana. That's how we know each other. I'm down here doing engineering type things. That doesn't make me a respectable person. I'm very much a degenerate, as you will probably get that nice picture of me from some of these podcasts, or BrownieBits will just tell you that straight up.
Oh, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have so much fun.
But yeah, I drink a lot of beer, have a lot of fun. Definitely love sports. Baseball is the go-to. I had football, very close second. Depending on the season, since now my Bears suck, baseball is number one. Life is good. And when the Cubs suck, go Bears. That kind of deal. I enjoy fishing and being outdoors. So actually went fishing this morning.
Did you get anything?
No comment.
No comment.
No comment. No comment there. We'll just let that one be for now. But I think that's enough about me, just so you guys get a little bit of a sense for what I am and who I am before we kick this podcast off.
Yeah, and we'll, there's going to be more about us come through as we go on. We're going to tell stories about our lives together and all the stuff that we've done hanging out.
You seem like we're a fucking couple right now.
We kind of are, bro. We're bros. We're a bro couple.
Oh, no, that is true. That is true. We have gotten into a lot of antics over the years.
You could even say some of those were shenanigans.
Oh yeah, yeah, but whatever you want to call it, synonymous.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but anyway, guys, on this show today, um, first up after this, we're going to talk a little bit about the holiday season because it is December 2nd. So why the fuck not?
Might
And
as
then
well.
after that, we're going to talk about some juicy MLB rumors that we've been hearing. We've got our ears to the ground on that. So we'll walk you through our opinions and ideas about how those might pan out.
Hmm.
And then after that, we're going to go into the ending up of our segments, which we're going to end with BrownieBits Brainbusters,
Yes, sir.
uh, Brownie's bad joke of the week,
Hmm.
jokes of the week, whatever, however many he
I got
decides to come
two.
up with.
I've got
Okay,
two.
so he's got two this week, and then close the show. We're gonna give it back to me, and I'll go over old man's social media crazes of the week.
You
So
gotta
it's just
love
a
when
little.
that old man goes on social media. That
Oh yes.
always turns out great.
So that's just a little rundown for the show today, and might as well kick it off right now. So December 2nd means it's the holidays. What's your favorite part of this holiday season here, Brian Bits?
My favorite part is definitely being able to go home and visit family. My family's real close. Like we have Snapchat group, cousins and
Oh, the
aunts and
family
uncles.
Snapchat group. All
Family
right, you're
Snapchat group.
kicking it the new age style. I see
Exactly.
you. I see you.
Exactly. So we have a lot of fun with that. I mean, we're very close family on either side. I mean, really on either side we're pretty close, but so definitely being able to go home and see family, my immediate family and then my extended, it's there's nothing better in my book.
Oh no, I'm right there with you. I just came back from a week and a half off. Took a week and a half off and flew up to good old Hammond, Indiana, and visited friends and family up there around the Thanksgiving time.
Yeah, how did that
So,
go? Did you guys have
oh,
fun?
I had a blast. I didn't, it didn't really get too cold, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's been
Um,
oddly warm.
mhm. Let's just say I did get drunk a lot on that vacation.
Well, there you go. I
Uh,
mean, that's one thing you got to do.
it was a good time. I
I
won some
do.
money at the casino.
Well,
Life's good.
yeah, I mean, as long as you had fun, that's all that matters, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Exactly.
sir.
Well, so being able to go home and visit family obviously is probably my number one. I also, you know what, I really do enjoy the holiday season, especially on the internet. It's going into even like YouTube or even on Twitter. I've seen a lot. Facebook has a lot. People are taking their favorite Christmas songs and doing covers of, and usually you find some just fantastic ones.
Gotcha. Are you a Mariah Carey guy?
Not really.
Ah, okay. It's what is it? The All I Want for Christmas Is You song.
Yeah, yeah.
That's this is her season right here.
Oh yeah, it totally
Mariah
is.
Carey doesn't do anything at all for 10 and a half
It's like
months of the year.
it's like Michael
This
Bublé.
Yeah, this month and a half, Mariah Carey basically, um, if to put this in wrestling terms, it's like when the Undertaker comes out of his coffin right next to the ring. That's what
Exactly.
she does in mid-November and December.
Exactly. Yeah, she definitely comes out and struts her vocal muscles. She's a good singer. I'm not like a huge. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of hers.
I mean, who is?
Yeah, yeah, true.
Um, but if we're talking about this, favorite Christmas song, what is it?
Um, well, I've got two, and one is actually a song that many of you probably don't know. If you do know, I'm pretty impressed. But it's a song that we sang in choir my junior year of high school, and it's actually a Russian sacred piece. It's called "Salvation is Created" in English, but it's "Spasienie Sotolol" in the Russian, And
Wow, it sounded like you just puked in your mouth a little bit there.
that's no offense to any Russians, but that's kind of how the Russian language sounds. I mean, Germans sound like they're mad just 24/7. French
That is true.
sounds like they've smelled a skunk.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, everybody's got their own thing.
And
You go to.
Spanish, you sound like you're just having a blast the whole time. You're just partying.
Oh yeah, I mean, you go to some places and you hear English. It's just like, do these people actually know how to speak anything? Just incoherent babble.
And to be fair, that's like deep South United States.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Or if you grew up down here, if you go into the north.
That's very true because they sound completely different. But yeah,
All
so
right,
that would probably be one of my favorite. My other favorites, God rest, it's God rest ye merry gentlemen. I love that song.
okay.
It's kind
Haven't
of a
heard
minor
either of
key,
those.
but it's gorgeous.
So I got some research to do. But yeah, maybe you'll open my eyes to some Christmas music. We'll see. Probably not gonna happen. Ever. Favorite song has to be the Heat Miser, Snow Miser song from Year Without a Santa Claus.
I don't think I know that.
Oh my God! Okay, have you been living under a rock, kid?
Apparently,
Or have you just been living in Russia? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
I may have been living in Russia.
Okay, that's fine. Now everything kind of makes sense. You like red.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then, okay. So wow, that's like a Christmas childhood classic there. You're Without a Santa Claus. Interesting.
I don't recognize the name. I may have seen it and just not recognize, like not known that's the name of it.
Gotcha.
You know?
I always have this discussion because I can never remember the name of that movie. Every Christmas time, I'm just like, what's that movie with Heat Miser, Snow Miser? And everyone's just like, what are you talking about, Max? They're like, that's Year Without a Santa Claus. Like, well, forgive me for not knowing the name.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys. Like, everybody has that stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what you're talking about, but you don't know the name.
Exactly. So would that be your favorite Christmas? Oh, excuse me, your favorite Christmas movie or?
Oh no! Oh no! This is actually going to open up a can of worms. I feel this is very conscientious subject.
Yes.
Controversial, not conscientious.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, but other people probably don't.
Oh well.
So fuck them, right? What do they care?
Yeah, right. We're doing this for us.
So basically, favorite Christmas movie. Don't at me. Fucking Die Hard. Bruce Willis saving his wife. You know, it doesn't get much more Christmassy than that.
Nope.
You know, like it's a story given. This guy, you know, he's there, hates. It was his ex-wife, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, and he saves his ex-wife. That's a like for all the people that are divorced out there, you probably understand that. It's like,
yeah.
You're divorced. That's a gift. You're saving their life. You know.
Mm-hmm.
All that.
I always forget that's a Christmas movie.
Always forget. And some people don't think it is, but we'll get into that later. I don't want to.
I don't think that's.
I don't want to take too much out of my social media craze book there.
Well,
for that.
A little foreshadowing. Huh?
Yeah. I pictured your face. It probably just got really stupid, and you did the little Dr. Evil hands too, probably when you said that.
Oh yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. So stereotypical Christmas movie.
I would definitely have to say, I'd probably go Year Without a Santa Claus, or oh shit, probably Rudolph. I love the mountain climber guy.
Claymation.
Yeah, the claymation.
Mm-hmm.
The Island of the Misfit Toys.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah, that one, Rudolph. So, what about you? Favorite Christmas movie?
That's a tough one.
Oh, actually,
I'm going to say mine before you say it because I might say what you're about to say.
Okay.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, didn't register
Either
that one.
that or oh, what's the movie called?
But speaking of that, I'm totally Cousin Eddie.
Oh
Is it
yeah,
Cousin Eddie?
yeah.
Cheddar's full. That
Shitter's
guy.
full.
Yeah, that's definitely me.
What's the movie? The black and white movie. I can't think of it now. Is the black and white movie? Hey, Dad. Every time the bell ring, or teacher says every time the bell rings, angel gets his wings. I can't believe I'm forgetting the name.
Oh shit. Wow, we're retarded right now.
Yeah,
Um,
apparently.
oh,
This is gonna bug me.
whatever. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you know what the hell this movie is called, please put it in the comments below.
Exactly.
Um, Jesus. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm sitting
I
here.
was
It's a Wonderful Life. That's what it's
It's
called.
a Wonderful Life. Well, I don't have that, so meh.
There's so many great ones though, like
All
A
right, that
Christmas
joke
Story.
really fell flat. But anyway,
A Christmas Story is
Oh,
fantastic.
that's based in my hometown, Hammond, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up not 5 blocks from the school that had that flagpole.
Oh,
I got a
really?
picture with it. Yeah, when I was home, I actually found it. Um, I'm standing next to it. And it's got like a little plaque. It says this was in a Christmas movie, Christmas story.
Okay, so I'm throwing this up on the screen now. But I just typed into Google Christmas movies. Okay, so It's a Wonderful Life is the first one. Elf, Home Alone, A Christmas Story, Nightmare Before Christmas, National Lampoons, It's
How
a
is
Charlie Brown
Nightmare
Christmas.
Before? No, that is a Halloween movie. Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, that's a Christmas
Screw
movie.
that.
There's a Halloween.
Uh,
There's a Halloween
oh.
one. I can't think of the name, but anyways, so your stereotypical ones, you know, the Santa Claus, Polar Express, The Holiday, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Scrooged with Bill Murray, the Rudolph the
Man, I
Red-Nosed
haven't seen that
Reindeer,
in a while.
the claymation, and then right next to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, would you guess it? Die Hard. So I think there you go.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we'll get back to that.
But I was going to bring up Home Alone.
Home Alone, yes.
When you were saying yours, that is a great movie, by the way. You know,
Oh yeah.
fucking Macaulay Culkin.
Oh
Is
yeah.
that his name? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, let's talk about this. He went from innocent kid to fucking like looking like a meth head for like 5 years, and now he looks like a respectable person again. Good for him. Good for him.
He had quite the turnaround there. The other,
I don't know. Don't know if he was actually doing meth, crack, whatever. But he definitely looked like it.
He sure did look like it.
Like I've woken up after a week-long bender and looked better than him, and that's hard to do.
Another great Christmas movie you gotta mention is Tim Allen in Christmas with the Cranks.
I totally thought you were going to say Santa Claus. You know, where Tim Allen becomes Santa.
Oh yeah, that's a fantastic one too. But have you seen Christmas with the Cranks?
I don't think so. I'm not remembering.
Yeah, it's basically Tim and his wife in the movie are not going to decorate because it's the first time with their family that nobody's going to be home. They planned this big getaway and like they're going on a cruise or something. And then they get a text or a message, a phone call from their daughter who's coming home from college and said she wants to come home for Christmas. Well, the whole big deal about that is Tim Allen in that movie was this big Christmas guy, and he always decorated, and he always won like the town's Christmas decoration contest or whatever. So big, you know, well known, and people found out he was not decorating, and you know they were kind of freaking out a little bit, but they didn't want their daughter to know. And eventually she comes home, and so they get the whole town together to decorate his house for the holidays so that when she gets home, it looks like nothing had changed.
Wow.
And it's just shenanigans. It's typical Tim Allen shenanigans.
Yeah, Tim Allen can have shenanigans. That's definitely the truth.
I enjoy that movie. It's a fun family movie.
Okay. Um, what was I just? I was going to bring up another movie. The Seth Rogen movie that came out last year or a couple of years ago. The Night Before. Yeah, that's the name of it. The Night Before. It's like a bunch of childhood friends or whatever. Got Seth Rogen. Oh, I don't know what that guy's name is. And then who's the guy with like five names? Joseph
Joseph
Gordon-Levitt.
Gordon-Levitt, yeah.
Yeah, and then a couple of other people in it.
Oh,
One of the Francos is in it too, I think. But you know,
are you talking about This Is the End?
no. That had everybody.
Yeah.
Um, it's. I think it's called The Night Before. Yeah, it's definitely The Night Before. 2015. Uh, Seth
I never
Rogen,
saw this movie.
Anthony Mackie, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It was hilarious. It's great.
Huh. I'll have to
And
try and watch that.
so
Oh, that sounds pretty decent then.
yeah. Where was I going to go with that? Oh yeah, because it just talked about like getting hammered on Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Because how is that not fun?
Yeah, we've had some interesting buddy hangouts, if that's
Yeah,
anything like that. Though we haven't ever done that on Christmas before, so.
yeah, that's true. Our fun is just year round. So, and any day, anytime I'm back in town, man, you know it's gonna go crazy and wild.
Oh yeah, and we might have some stories for this here podcast.
Oh yes, more than enough stories.
More than
But
enough stories.
one last topic about holidays I'd like to talk about.
Okay.
Favorite holiday foods.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Yeah. Um, I'll give you the rundown on mine because it sounds like you've got a couple decisions to make.
I have a couple.
Okay. Thanksgiving favorite food for me: the mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Mashed potatoes. With slash pumpkin pie. Those are the
Oh
those are
yeah.
the two favorite things for Thanksgiving. Now, Christmas is a brown sugar honey ham that
Oh.
family made. Oh yes, yeah. Talk to me about that. Like that just. I'm hungry right now, and I
That's
just ate like a half hour before we started.
I'm eating right now.
That doesn't surprise me. Not one bit.
I've got a
Um,
pizza right in front of me.
oh, you want to send that to Florida for me? I'd
It
appreciate it.
might be gone by the time it gets down there.
Yeah. Order me one from the Pizza Hut down the road. The
Okay.
guy will come. We can put him on the show.
Oh man.
Uh, but yeah, and then favorite dessert is some spice cake. It's like your normal like run of the mill cake batter stuff, fluffy
Mm-hmm.
cake, and it's got like some spice stuff in there,
Interesting.
like cinnamons and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So not like hot spicy, but different good taste. Think
Yeah,
like pumpkin pie,
cake
that kind.
spices.
Yeah, that kind of like if you put um, fancy stuff in the
Yeah.
pumpkin pie, and
Huh.
then the top it's like caramel, like you put brown sugar and butter and caramelize it, and then um, confectionery sugar,
Okay.
um,
Yeah.
like the floury type stuff.
Yeah.
Put that in there, and then that's the icing. Best fucking cake ever, ever. Period. Fight me about it. I will go to war for this cake.
Well, that's tough because we had traditional like Christmas meals at my family's, but my dad and uncle have started getting really big into smoking. So we've had, just kind of some interesting Christmas dinners for the family because of that.
Oh yeah, you could smoke anything.
They
My
smoked
dad's also
bacon wrapped cabbage with horseradish in the middle,
okay. Yeah, that took it to a new level.
and that was
Um,
seriously delicious.
well,
Some of the
it's got
best cabbage
bacon.
I've ever had.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had cabbage, but I'd eat cabbage with bacon.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know,
It's delicious.
you could put bacon around poop, and I might consider eating it.
Oh, oh,
Okay,
there's shit in the middle, but the bacon is so good.
I know, right? I'd be like, let's unwrap this poop. Let's get that bacon has a little slice of poop on it. Is death worth it? For bacon, it might be.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just true. So yeah, we've had some interesting Christmas dinners. One of my favorites, obviously, is that the brown sugared ham, or whatever, however you say that, whatever that is. But that's definitely delicious. My grandma makes homemade noodles usually. My aunt makes homemade noodles usually. So both of those are really good. But my one of my aunts makes pies and just makes a bunch of them. Like we get like 6 or 7 pies going for our family. And her peach pie is spectacular, though all the other pies are freaking delicious too. But peach pie is always
Okay.
something to look forward to.
Okay. So you said she makes 7. So the rest of your family only splits 1, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just shovel it down my throat before anybody else can get to it.
Okay. Yeah. This is why we're friends. We're like this. We're very similar in
Oh
that
yeah.
regard.
My dad.
As long as you don't let me cook your food with a spatula over a charcoal chimney because you forgot the grates to the fucking grill, we're fine. We'll tell you guys about that later. That's a story for a different time. I'm still a little upset about that 2
That's a
years
great
later.
story. Oh my gosh, we had such a great day though.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Oh man.
yeah.
All right. Well, you got anything else to add about the holiday
No,
time?
I think that's about it. Drive safe during the holidays. Enjoy them. And also remember your fellow man. The holidays is always a rough time, especially for those that are without. So, um, yeah, just even if it's just a couple bucks that you're able to donate to your local food pantry or something, make
Yeah,
sure you do
The
something.
Salvation Army guys, the guys ringing the bells,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you can do.
Yeah, even if you don't have money and you can donate some time, an hour makes a difference.
Yes, sir, it does.
There are a lot of people in the retirement homes and the assisted living facilities that don't have family visiting, and even just an hour going and saying hi to them, that makes their day. So
You could
spread.
also learn a lot doing that too.
Oh yeah, spread your love and cheer.
Old people have great stories.
Oh, they do. They really do. And obviously we'll have some great stories from Old Man Hoodrich. But yeah,
Nice.
spread.
Nice
Basically,
way to
I
say
guess I guess what I want to end this segment with is spread love and cheer this holiday season, because it is tough for some people. And all those of us that aren't, it's not as tough for. We are definitely lucky. And we do need to at least donate some time, because everybody has time. So, but all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and take a real quick break, and we will be back for some MLB trade rumors. See you after the bit. And we are back. Old Man Hoodrich and I kind of started the conversation about some possible trade rumors during the break. So we are definitely ready to get into some of these juicy trade rumors, as the off season is pretty much full-fledged underway. Still got a lot of time in the off season though.
Oh yes, technically free agency hasn't really even started. It's
Yeah.
still teams tendering their own players and such like that.
Yeah.
That deadline was yesterday, actually, I think. Um, well, it's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But the big name in the offseason, two big names this offseason, uh, Stanton from Miami.
Oh
They're
yeah.
looking to move him, guys. Save up some of that salary. And then, okay, I'm going to butcher this guy's name. Uh, Shohei Antani.
Otani or something like that.
Otani.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say Otani because that sounds way better than whatever I just botched about him.
Shohei Otani, I guess. I don't know. It's
Yeah, Mr. Culture in the house today, apparently, guys.
apparently.
Mr.
That's how I would read it.
Yeah, okay. But I think we should start by talking about Stanton because there's a little more solid evidence or
It's basically down to two teams.
oh, you're willing to call that two teams.
I'm willing to call that. There is still the chance of LA and Boston, the Dodgers and Boston.
He's not going to Boston. No, there's no way.
There's the chance, but it's not a very good one for either one of them.
He's got a better chance of going to Japan to play ball than play ball in Boston.
Yeah, I know.
Boston. I don't think Boston wants him.
They sent a rep, so
I'm not convinced.
So obviously, that's whatever. But I would say I would call it the two teams.
Okay,
and
personally, I think what we're looking at here is sort of a shaded Los Angeles Dodgers deal going on here. Because if memory serves, the Dodgers always love to fly way under the radar and then come back up and just snatch people out of the hands of the San Francisco Giants.
Here's the bad part though. The Dodgers, yes, they have a huge amount, of cap. They have a huge amount of finances, but they don't have a ton of room to fit in Stanton's contract. That's their biggest issue. Now, knowing the Dodgers, they'll find a way, obviously.
If you want a man good enough, you're going to get him.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Right,
but that's the biggest issue. What Miami and Derek Jeter is trying to do is to give away as much of the contract without Miami having to pay it as they can.
Oh, yeah, because they're totally screwed in terms of Miami. They can't get anybody.
No, exactly. And it was a stupid contract.
It's because of how all their contracts are lined up.
Yeah.
It screws them right here in the next 2 years.
It really
does.
does.
Trade Stanton.
It really does.
Anyway.
It's like a self-implied disaster there, self-inflicted disaster.
Mm-hmm.
But out of if we're including LA, if we're including LA, out of the three teams that are still left, there is only one team that can take on the entirety of Stanton's contract right now and not really be affected in terms of finances. And that would be the Cardinals.
I don't think... See, my problem with this is everybody's talking about who can manage this, who can swing it, and there's some overlap here between who can swing getting his contract and who wants him.
Yeah.
Personally, you're way more suited to answer this than me, but personally, I don't think the Cardinals want Stanton.
They do.
Oh, okay. I'm proven wrong.
Yeah, they very much do. In fact, I mean, they've made a few moves here and there, like the trade with Blue Jays. And that's actually one of the reasons why I can tell you almost with a firm yes that the Cardinals want Stanton really badly. They traded Aledmys Diaz, who could be very, very good in the future, for an outfield prospect from Single A when he is worth so much more than that. They literally gave him away.
Because they're trying, they sold the contract, essentially.
Exactly.
Okay.
So right now, in the sense of what they have, they don't have the money right now to take on Stanton's contract. In the sense of, cap space. I think it's next year. If I'm not mistaken, it's either 2018 or 2019. They have a huge Fox Sports deal coming, like $120 million a year.
I think it's this year.
I'm pretty sure it's this year. But it's like it's
they
something.
Announced it before. They announced it before last season. And it was going to start.
Yeah, it's been like 2 years. Yeah. But it's a huge contract, and that's it's massive. They're going to be able to take on a whole lot more. This is like moving them up in terms of
money they have to spend.
Exactly.
Because this brings in a whole new market. Like, it elevates them in terms of teams, like in terms of market size. That's where I'm wanting.
It's basically making St. Louis into a bigger market than it actually is.
Yeah, and there's nothing there.
Which is actually really funny considering St. Louis, as far as baseball is concerned, St. Louis is, a small market, but their fans come out in numbers.
I mean, it's like Cubs. I went to a Cubs game in Tampa Bay this year. It was a Cubs home game.
Oh, yeah.
So
those Cubs and Cardinals are everywhere. The fans are everywhere. It's like the Packers. You will always find a Packers fan somewhere.
God, I hate the fucking Packers.
But you can see my point, like they're everywhere. Cubs fans, the other thing is Braves fans you'll see everywhere. But that's besides the point. My whole thing is I wholeheartedly believe St. Louis wants him because they have barely been paying attention to anybody yet.
I didn't know the Cards traded that guy you were talking about.
Yeah, and when it happened, I looked at it, I was like, what are they doing? And then it clicked. They're opening up space. Yeah. They sold his contract.
I mean, okay. Let's time out there. Let's finish talking about Stanton, because on that related note, I'm going to talk about something towards the end of this segment.
Okay.
Just remind me, clear cap space for future moves.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay. Going off of this whole St. Louis Cardinals, just for a moment.
Yeah.
Now I can buy into St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still sold on the three destinations I think Stanton's going to end up, unless something comes straight out of left field, is going to be LA, San Francisco, and St. Louis. But we also have to remember he's in control of his own destiny. He could veto any trade.
Yes.
But I think those three places he'd go to. LA, because it's his hometown. Mm-hmm. You have a shot at playoffs, a shot to do something worthwhile.
Oh, yeah.
Any three of those
teams, you have a shot.
Yes. Giants, not next year.
No.
Maybe a year or two.
LA and Cardinals next year, definitely. You have a shot.
But Stanton's still a young guy, so...
Yeah, he's got plenty of time. Plus, he's got after the 2020 year to, he can get out of it.
Yeah, because he's got like a 3-year extension. That's his decision. So yeah, he's under team control for up to 6 years potentially.
One thing that helps the Giants in terms of everything. Here's something. Because I'm on the MLBTradeRumors.com website.
Yes, sir.
Apparently, Thursday, San Francisco and Stanton's reps met, obviously. And the Cardinals met Friday, I believe, with them in Miami. Apparently, Bruce Bochy was not present at the meeting.
Who's that?
That's the manager, San Francisco's manager. Now, it's not a huge issue. It's not a huge detail, but that's big enough to be, that's a big enough where maybe San Francisco doesn't think they have a shot.
Yeah, that's true.
The other
I
thing,
don't know,
though, that
man.
helps them is Hunter Pence is potentially leaving.
Yeah, I do see if Stanton goes to the Giants. I'm pretty sure the Marlins will not get prospects in return. They'd
No,
probably get some decent level starters. Is what I think the Giants would end up doing. If
the
I'm
Giants don't have the prospects to give away.
that no, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
If they give up like it, for knowing the exact names of these guys, for lack of better, maybe they throw them like Buster Posey or something, clear out some of the older guys, and start fresh because the Giants have been toying with this for the last couple seasons, and they hadn't
I don't
wanted to
think
bite.
Buster Posey would go anywhere. But I get your
But
point.
yeah,
I get your point. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just trying to make
The
that
same,
point.
somebody not necessarily on Buster Posey's level, but somebody that's,
Yeah,
had some age on him and is not worth what he used to be worth and is not worth what a prospect would be.
yeah,
But somebody that would, step in and contribute. It wouldn't be a terrible trade, but Giants don't have anything to offer right now Miami's just kind of screwed.
yeah,
They've screwed themselves. They don't have any chance of getting like a huge what Stanton is worth trade.
yeah. But that's not what the Marlins were looking for.
No, they're looking to get rid of his contract. Though they said that the Giants, I read this, the Giants, if they took on, I think they were trying to get the Giants to take on like 85% or 80% of his contract.
Mm-hmm.
And the Giants are like more in at 65% would be more comfortable for them.
If somebody takes that contract, I'm pretty sure they're not going to see. I don't think the Marlins are going to get over 70% of that.
Oh no, there's no way. There is no way.
Oh, I said that backwards. Sorry. I don't think the Marlins will be able to get rid of over
Over
70.
70%. No, there's no
Yes.
way.
Yeah, sorry, I said that. Yeah, I said it backwards, but you understood what I meant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we have obviously, so Giants, yeah, not too bad. The Giants do have the payroll, in the guarantees, obviously for 2018 already. I think this says they're at 190 million in payroll guarantees for 2018 already.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
that hurts. That hurts their case. The Cardinals have far more to offer in prospects.
Yeah, that's true. They're deep, real deep.
The issue with that though is the fact that they have not dished out a lot of money to like free agents or that type of stuff. They don't have a history of that. The biggest one that I can remember in recent history is what's his face? Dexter Fowler. Yeah, that's the biggest one in recent history. And that's a good size contract, but he's worth that.
Yes.
So yeah, that makes sense, but past what Stanton is paid, because he's going to be asking for more money after his contract's up. Anybody would, especially in him.
Yeah. As long as he can keep playing as well as he is, he's going to command some money.
So, yeah. The other thing that I do want to mention is that there was a report that said the Cardinals have put an offer on the table. Craig Mish, I don't know who Craig Mish is, but apparently he is somebody that is right up in the deep of everything. But apparently Craig Mish says that he was told the Cardinals' offer for Stanton is very good in terms of names, and better than it was expected to be.
Gotcha.
Honestly, I think one of the names would be a Grichuk. I could see them moving Grichuk.
Ooh, that would
that would be
Yeah.
a fantastic trade for the Marlins and a fantastic trade for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I could buy that.
Now, Grichuk wouldn't be the only one moved, but
Well,
Grichuk
obviously.
is obviously the big name on that.
Yeah.
I've seen other rumors saying that Waka would be in on the deal, but I don't see the Cardinals moving Waka.
No.
Unless they get Ziegler in on it.
That could be a thing. That seems like something Miami would do.
Which the Cardinals would want Ziegler, but I'm like, I don't see them moving Waka.
Yeah.
Waka's their number 2.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I mean I know.
And Ziegler is probably a number 3 in that lineup.
Yeah, that's true.
I could see Lance Lynn, or he's not on the team anymore, is he?
No, I don't think so. He's free agent.
Yeah, that's right.
He's going to get way overpaid this year, by the way.
Oh yeah,
I'm calling that. Every starting pitcher on the market this year is getting overpaid by about 25%. Totally, because there's not enough of them. So Jake Arrieta will not be a Cub next year. He's going to be way too much for something that's not worth it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. They also cut. So the Cardinals did cut Trevin Rosenthal, which obviously that opens up quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
So without him and Lance Lynn, obviously that's quite a big chunk. And then Diaz's contract added in. That's quite a big chunk. So they have some money in payroll to spend.
And so I'm totally sold on this. But the big thing, regardless of what happens with Stanton, is does Stanton want to play there?
Yes.
The only thing holding Stanton back from St. Louis, in my opinion, is that I believe he said that he does not want to end up in the Midwest.
He does not want to live in the Midwest, and he's clarified this because I don't know on I think it was Baseball Tonight or something like that. They had a phone call with former left fielder Matt Holliday, and Matt Holliday made obviously the pitch to go to St. Louis, and Matt Holliday, not being originally picked up by the Cardinals, would know best, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
But at basic says, because Stanton did say he wouldn't mind playing for the Cardinals, he just doesn't want to live in the Midwest, which is fine. Don't live here. You can live anywhere you want. You just play baseball here. And obviously, this is one of the best places to play baseball in terms of support from the fan base in America.
You go anywhere in the Midwest and you get diehards.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the Central Division is freaking crazy as far as fan support. With the exception of probably Reds.
Reds fans are diehard. Doesn't matter.
They are, but they don't come out in numbers like what you would see at Chicago.
Because they're all fucking, broke.
I mean, unless they're winning, the Reds don't go to the games as much.
Yeah.
But they still have the support.
There was one time I was in Cincinnati. The Reds were doing terrible that season. We walked past the stadium. There was nobody there. We couldn't find a place to go get a beer because everybody was at the bar watching the game.
Oh, yeah. No, they have excellent support, and I'm just talking about going to the games. That's all I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. So why spend $70 on a ticket when you could spend $70 at the bar and watch the game for free?
Exactly. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking at as far as Stanton. So Stanton obviously made the case. Matt Holliday did the pitch, and one of the things he said that kind of stood out and that kind of incorporates what I've heard a lot from players that have either played in St. Louis on the team or have traveled to St. Louis quite a lot to play against the Cardinals. And the baseball, basically this is summary, the baseball atmosphere in St. Louis is unlike any other. I mean, when you're a superstar... I can agree with
that, but I don't like it. I can agree with that, but I don't like it.
Oh, yeah. And obviously, the baseball atmosphere in Chicago or in the north side Chicago is going to be much different than St. Louis, but
Yes,
that's
sir.
just because of the completely different markets.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
But
Nothing,
that's
nothing
one
you're
thing
saying
that
is wrong. I just don't agree.
oh yeah, yeah. The other thing is obviously this was echoed earlier. Not this is an echoing from several players. One in which was oh, I can't remember his name now. He was from the Astros, Lance Berkman. Lance
Oh
Berkman
yeah.
played there day one, got a standing ovation before he even took an at bat. He got his name called out in the stadium and got a standing ovation when he took the field into right.
Yep.
Day
I remember
one,
that.
and he said that he has never played in any place like St. Louis,
Oh yeah.
and when he left, he was obviously sad to leave baseball, but he said that he wouldn't have wanted to end on anything other than St. Louis.
Yep. No, I
So
agree.
obviously, as far as fan support goes, I don't think you could really do much better than St. Louis in terms of the team that are listed. Obviously,
Yeah.
you have different support in other Midwestern teams, but in the teams that are listed on Stanton, I don't think you could really hurt yourself going to St.
No,
Louis.
I agree. I agree. Um, but yeah, that definitely sounds like we've covered all our bases on Stanton.
Yeah,
Um, before we,
I get it.
before, yeah, you see what I did there.
I see
But
what you did.
before we start talking about the next big Ichiro,
Mm-hmm.
Ohanti, or I already said his name wrong. Whatever. Don't correct me. Um, I'd like to throw out. This is what I told you to remind me about earlier, but I got it. I remember.
Okay.
Um, we talked about clearing cap space for future moves.
Yeah.
Um, hot take of the 2017 offseason right here. Harper will be a Chicago Cub next year. And I'll actually provide reasons to back this up. Okay?
Okay.
Um, get rid of all the fucking social media crap, Chris Bryant's friendship, all that kind of stuff. Out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Out the window. Okay? You want a Cubs team that will be a contender for years to come. You need one more power bat in that lineup. I'm not sold on Schwartz, so that means Harper is next year. There's a lot of big bats out on the market,
Mm-hmm.
but probably going to be the biggest, obviously.
Yeah. So he's free
Depend,
agent next year.
yes, sir. Depending
Okay.
who you ask, he's top five hitter. Depending who you ask. 1 through 5, people will rank him different, but top 5 best player in baseball, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so, but anyway, you throw him into that Cubs lineup. The Cubs are always going to be a contender. When
You're
your
going to
orders,
look at you're going to be on that same level as the basically the 2000 through 2011 Cardinals is basically how
yes,
you're always competing
yes,
with obviously the
because
few mistakes, but you get the point.
yeah, when
Always
you look at
competing.
that lineup, you're going to go who you going to want to put in any order. You're going to back to back. You're going to face Rizzo, Bryant, Harper in
Hmm.
any order, however you want to put that out there.
Yeah.
You're going to have the best 3, 4, 5, or it's John Madden, so 2, 3, 4 hitters in the game. Like, catch it, that's insane.
Yeah.
Nobody's just going to pitch. But the Cubs have started making moves this offseason that I like and are kind of foreshadowing that because we just cut Hector Rodron. Thank the Lord. Praise Jesus. If I die early, I'm blaming him for heart strain.
Yeah.
Okay? Um, don't get me wrong, his stats were there, but anytime he walks into the game, I'm just like, I'm having heart palpitations because he walks into the game. I'm just like, this is how we lose. This is literally how we lose, guys. Um, but we got rid of his salary. Madden has already come out and said probably not going to re-sign Arrieta because it's going to be too much money. That tells me we're watching the purse strings. Even everybody in the front office, from you know, EO, all the way down to, you know, some random people that are in charge of recruiting and all that kind of stuff. You know, front offices are pretty big or have lots of obscure roles. Um, they've said we're looking to spend our money wisely. We're not going to overspend, so we can keep an eye on future deals.
Yeah.
And that tells me a lot because now, from a Harper perspective, Harper is not going to end up in Washington. I don't care if Harper offers it, if Washington offers Harper a deal better than Stanton. Harper will not go. Harper will not go back to Washington
because they could not make the promise, or they could not keep the promises they made to him when they first drafted him.
They're not a playoff team. That's their problem.
They're a get to the playoffs team, but they're not a playoff team in the sense of they're going to be anything substantial in the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, Harper wants to have a playoff career. You know, he wants to play prime time and chase a ring. This is the MLB version of that, I think.
Yeah.
Because if he goes to the Cubs, he improves the Cubs. Or how do I want to say this so it makes sense? He goes to the Cubs. That Cubs team will be a better contender than anywhere else he will end up.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Anywhere else he would go, he'd be by far and away the superstar, unless he ended up in LA for some reason.
With the exception of like LA or St. Louis, but he's not going to St. Louis. There's no way in hell he's going to St. Louis.
When I said LA, I meant the Angels with Trout.
Yeah.
If he's playing with Trout, he is not the best player on that team.
No.
But like if you put him in Chicago on the north side, you're like, who's the best player on the team? Nobody knows. So
it's all very evenly distributed. Also, hey, I do want to mention, I throw in one last thing that I did just see. This is from yesterday. Peter Gammon's reporting that as of late Thursday, the Marlins Pro Scouting Department has asked for reports on two organizations' prospects, the Giants and the Cardinals.
Interesting.
So, as of Thursday, the Marlins are only looking at the Giants and the Cardinals prospects as at this moment in time. Now that means it could change in the future, but as of right now, those are the only two teams they've asked for reports.
And we're still real early into this because they've got.
This could go all the way through winter meetings. This could go all the way up until almost spring training.
Yeah, so we'll be dealing with this for a while.
Exactly. The one thing I do want to throw down here is, there was one.
You mean before we talk about?
Yeah, there was. Here, the Rockies, because Greg Holland is currently on the market. They need a closer, and so they have shown interest in Wade Davis and spoken with the Orioles about Zach Britton.
Don't talk to me about it. Wade Davis needs to come back to the north side.
All I'm saying is those are the two players that the Rockies are currently interested in. I don't want to go into great detail because I don't know that whole situation. I just thought it was interesting that the Rockies were interested in those two specifically.
Yeah, that's true. I saw that.
Go play for the Mile High team.
And what is it? The Napoon Ham Hawks? The Ham Fighters. The Napoon Ham Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Ohtani. This man, first, if he comes to the MLB, first two-way player ever.
Yep.
People are saying. He's an outfielder and a pitcher. Then this guy's got stuff. Oh, God. Excuse me. This guy's got stuff in the 100-mile-an-hour range as a starter. That already intrigues me. But those flame ballers, man, they don't last long in the pros. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, because unless you have stuff besides the flame ball, I mean, look at
Chapman.
Chapman.
Look at Bobby Jenks.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of you guys are going to be like, "Who's Bobby Jenks?" He was a shutdown closer for the White Sox back in what was it, '05 when they won the series.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, my man Ozzie Guillen would go stand on the mound, and literally hold his arms out to either side, like horizontally, and then go vertically. This man was a big man. As soon as you see that, Bobby Jenks comes running on the field. He's a big dude,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
but he would consistently throw like 105. He pitched for like 2, maybe 3 years, and then disappeared. Exploded on the scene and disappeared. So
The issue being that if you don't have stuff to back it up, it's so
well,
easy to catch
yeah.
on.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just a straight ball that goes fast.
For me, it's not that. You can't throw it anymore. When you throw, 20 pitches a game, and you say you're probably going to close,
that makes a difference too.
It's just like arm wear and tear. So
Rosenthal was one of those players that had the ability to throw 100 consistently. But the thing that helped him out was that he had a changeup that was freaking devastating, and he had a pretty darn good curveball too. The issue was that he loved that fastball, and he threw it 95% of the time.
Oh yeah,
and he threw it straight. It was straighter than an arrow. You're not going to find much straighter fastballs than what he was throwing.
Yeah,
it was a four-seam fastball all the way. And you knew it was on a rope. You knew exactly where it was going to be. That's what hurt him.
Going back to Ohtani, though.
Ohtani.
Yeah, Ohtani. You see what I did there?
Uh-huh.
We're phonetically pronounced. I think it's phonetics. I don't know. Give me some Hooked on Phonics for Christmas, man. I'll actually learn how to talk. But first two-way player, people are saying he is dead set on trying to be as close to an everyday hitter as he can be if he comes to the MLB.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that means playing if he's in the National League, that would mean playing the field.
Yep.
The Cubs are interested in this guy.
So is the Red Sox, and so the Astros. And
let's not talk about the list, because the list is like,
Mariners,
what is it, 12 teams?
Rays.
Yeah, it's a terrible
Marlins,
long list
apparently.
You want to know why? Because so to get Ohtani to the MLB this year, you got to pay. I think it's $20 million up front. That doesn't come out of salary.
Mm-hmm.
You have to buy his contract, so that doesn't impact your salary caps at all.
Yeah,
that's just surplus money or something. That's a business thing, whatever, totally separate than salary, from my understanding. But then he clears as a minor leaguer.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll more than likely go into the single A, whatever it is, once the enters the organization.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at a player then who would then be making probably league minimum, unless some other situation happens where maybe they give him a contract. Actually, you understand what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
So for this next season, 2018, you're looking at somebody that's going to has the potential to be a star, making the league minimum as a starting pitcher, who will probably end up being, depending on the club, he'll end up being top 3.
Yeah.
Which that is mind-boggling to me. But this man, at the end of 2018 season, if he comes over, he'll have made $20 million plus the league minimum.
Yeah.
In 1 year, because to buy the contract the contract they're buying out the rest of the contract that he'd make out in Japan.
Yeah.
From what I understand, so. But
that's a lot of money.
Oh yeah, for him. Oh, I'd cash out. I would never have to play the game again in my life.
Exactly. Yeah.
But so I personally would love to see him come to Chicago. Let's take the risk, roll the dice. He'd be the cheapest pitcher we could acquire this year. and I think that's a play we'd like to make because it still saves us a crap ton of money for Harper.
The big issue, obviously, with him, and I know you know it, but I've got to state it. Playing over there, the Japanese league is so much different than the
it's crazy
MLB.
how different it is.
The Korean
But
league is so much different than the MLB. Even the Cuban league is so much different than the MLB.
yeah,
You're
no,
looking
nothing's the same.
No, nothing. I mean, honestly, you're looking at players that, yes, they're all-star superstars over there, but they get over here and they're,
Yeah, I mean, right
starters.
here in the past couple of years, or we'll say the past 2 decades, that'll bring us back to the late '90s.
Mm-hmm.
If you could name 5 people that came over from Japan who have mildly been successful, that list is going to be Ichiro. Hands down, he's number 1.
Oh, there's no doubt. Hall of Famer, period.
You're looking at the Matsui, maybe Darvish. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been bad.
He's been upper tier, so I'll give you that. I'll give you that because he has been upper tier.
I can't remember how he did this year. The guy from the Yankees that can pitch two-handed.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know anything about his.
Again, he has not been great. He's not been great, but he's done a little better than average.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Seiwano.
Yes.
No, he's not from the Japanese league. He's from the Korean league, but.
Oh well.
But still, I mean, it's from.
Yeah, and then you could go through a way bigger list of failed prospects.
Oh yeah. So, I would not say Seiwano was spectacular, but he's done okay.
Yeah.
Better than
average.
Yeah, better than average. A little better than average. But yeah, that list is definitely much, much longer in terms of
who hasn't been able to succeed.
Yeah.
All right, man.
That's more equal to, I would say that's more equal to our double or triple A ball clubs.
Yeah.
Maybe double A.
Yeah, I could agree with that. But yeah, rather than break down every team, because there's 12 of them, I think we've talked about this guy enough. Nobody really knows anything else to be more definitive than that.
Yeah.
Personally, if he wants to be an everyday hitter, send him to the AL. Let him be a DH.
Mm-hmm.
Something along those lines. It'll let him have the best opportunity to have a long career.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with that.
If he's an everyday player, he is not going to be worth anything after 3 years.
No.
Because if you're pitching, and then if you're playing, I don't know. So what your normal rotation is 5 days.
Yeah.
You pitch day 1. You play in 3 of those.
I would say 3 of those 4 next games.
And that's, as a pitcher and an outfielder, that's incredibly stressful on your own.
First baseman, so, I could see that.
Yeah.
Third baseman, you could make an argument to where that would be acceptable, but outfielder, I don't see that. No, there's no way.
Yeah. So, but
I think that's enough. I think we should take one last break, and then we'll get in the last little bit here.
Sounds good to me. We'll leave some MLB rumors be and let people explore them as they may.
Yes.
So as you hear them, guys, leave your favorite MLB rumors that you've heard about this offseason in the comments below, and maybe you'll be lucky and we'll be able to discuss it with you.
Exactly. Exactly. All right.
We'll see you after the break, guys.
See you guys. And we are back with some fun stuff now. For those of you that don't necessarily like baseball or don't necessarily like sports, we have some fun BrownieBits brain busters. Are you ready for this, Hoodrich?
And hopefully, this, as segment 3, if you didn't like sports and you're Scrooge McDuckins, hopefully we don't strike out on this one for you guys.
Yeah, hopefully we don't. All right, are you ready for this one? Do you want to start, or do you want me to go ahead and give my first one?
Well, you're talking, so might as well start.
All right. So I've got a good one. David's father has 3 sons. Snap, crackle, and what?
David.
Yep.
I was about to say Pop real quick.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wait, he said David's father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it's a fun little one to get us started. You know, simple, but you know, it leads you to a different direction.
Okay. Okay, right here. I got one for you. A 10-foot rope ladder hangs over the side of a boat with the bottom rung on the surface of the water. The rungs are 1 foot apart, and the tide goes up at a rate of 6 inches per hour. How long will it be until 3 rungs are covered?
So wait, what?
Okay. A 10-foot rope ladder is hanging over the side of a boat with the bottom rung on the surface of the water.
Okay.
The rungs are 1 foot apart, okay? And the tide goes up at 6 inches an hour. How long until 3 rungs are covered?
Six inches an hour. So
the rungs are 1 foot apart, and a 10-foot rope ladder is hanging over the side of the boat.
Well, the 10-foot rope ladder doesn't matter, or the 10-foot doesn't matter.
Correct. I'll give you that.
Because the bottom part of that's just meant to trip you up. The bottom one is sitting on the surface of the water.
Correct.
So it goes up by 6 inches per hour.
Yeah.
So to reach the second one, to where 2 are covered, it would be 2 hours. And then it would be another 2 hours.
You need to cover 3 rungs. So okay, so then what's your answer?
But your bottom rung is at the surface of the water.
Correct.
So once you've covered that second rung, the first rung is already, unless you're not counting that one.
Just three total rungs are covered.
Just 3 total rungs are covered. I would say 4 hours.
Never. The boat floats, man.
Ah, Jesus.
The tide goes up, the boat goes up.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Unless it was sinking because I just blew a hole in the ship.
Okay. Sorry I had to do that to you right away.
It's all good. It's better to have fun. Trip you up. Okay, are you ready for this?
Hopefully.
I'm cheap to make and easy to define. A riverbank could populate the line. What am I?
Oh, good Lord. You're cheap to make.
Mm-hmm.
Easy to find.
Easy to define.
Easy to define. What's the riverbank thing?
A riverbank could populate the line.
God damn. That's like philosophical almost.
It's a good one. It's a really good one. I'm cheap to make and easy to define. A riverbank could populate the line. Whatever.
See, it's this whole riverbank thing. I don't understand what the fuck that means. Because
think about rivers in the United
Populate.
States.
The word populate is what fucks me up.
Think so first off, let's define what populate means.
We're talking like things that live there, I guess.
Live there, that are there, basically a collection of items or a thing that is in a certain area. As general terms as possible.
Yeah, I populate my apartment.
Yes.
I understand that. But
Okay.
you can't populate a goddamn line unless you're putting points on it.
Think about it, though. Think about it.
Well, what the fuck do you think I'm trying to do, you piece of shit?
What? Think about certain rivers in the United States.
I spit in every river I cross. Does that fucking count? I don't know. Jesus Christ.
We're driving
Liquid.
No. We're driving to St. Louis. We have to go over the Mississippi. What happens when we go over the Mississippi?
I throw you out of this fucking moving car. So hopefully I get to watch you fucking drown. Oh, a bridge? A bridge isn't cheap.
Not the bridge. We're flying a drone over the Mississippi from Illinois into St. Louis, okay?
Rocks? I don't know.
What? So the riverbank could populate the line. What's the difference after we've crossed the Mississippi between Illinois and St. Louis?
The state line. But how is that cheap? I don't. I'll fucking give up. I'm fucking done with this shit.
It's a boundary.
A boundary.
You can set up a boundary. It's very cheap to set up a boundary.
Okay, that's bullshit because that's not something you could cheat. That's not something you make.
Yeah, you can. You can set up a boundary for anything.
How much is a boundary?
Nothing.
Hey.
You don't have to pay to set up a boundary.
Okay, you're right. You got me there, you piece of shit. Okay.
That is a brain buster right there.
God damn this! And this is my fucking idea to do this segment.
Well, you got me the last one, so I had to get you all.
All right.
Let's get this next one out of the way.
Oh God. Okay. All right. If it took 8 men 10 hours to build a wall, how long would it take 4 men to build it?
Is it a wall or a specific wall?
Just in general. If it took 8 men 10 hours to build a wall, how long would it take 4 men to build it?
Well, the obvious thought process would be 20 hours. But knowing this is a riddle, I'm inclined to think that that's not the answer.
Well, it seems like somebody figured this game out.
For some reason, that does not seem like the correct answer. My guess would be 10. Let's go with 10.
None. The wall's already built.
The wall's already built. Okay. It's all about the specific letters.
Yeah.
There. Because it's like the whole a group of 120 or an orchestra of 120 people played Beethoven's Fourth Symphony, or can finish Beethoven's Fourth Symphony in an hour. In an hour, how long would 60 orchestral people play it in?
However long it takes to do whatever, because
it would be in an hour. Because that song is
speed it up. It's a song.
Well, to play it the correct way, the way that it was intended to be played, it has the same speed. So it's going to be the same no matter what. You can have 60 or 120. It doesn't make the speed go faster. But that's the whole idea I was trying to figure out there.
No, I get it. I get it.
Oh man, my brain hurts now. Are you ready for your brain to hurt a little bit more?
Oh God, fucking! I guess. Let's see. I may not be able to do a podcast for a while after this, guys. I might break my computer.
So, what do we want? Low-flying airplane noises. When do we want them? Meow.
Is that the riddle?
No, that's the joke. That's a bad joke.
I thought you were going to give me another riddle. Jesus Christ!
No, that's the bad joke, man.
Oh, I was like, I was like, I didn't. Okay, I totally missed.
Okay.
I thought you had another riddle for me. That's why I was getting ready to get pissed. Okay. Jeez, I couldn't even appreciate that bad joke.
What do we want? Low-flying airplane noises. When do we want them? Meow.
Oh, I mean, I still get it, but I was like, how is this a fucking riddle? Okay.
Yeah.
Woo.
There you go. Okay, we got that. I can throw one more in there.
Well, please do, because now I'm ready for a riddle. Sorry, guys.
You want a riddle or do you want a bad joke?
Don't surprise me. Tell me what you're going to do.
No,
we're
because
done with
you
riddles.
said you're ready for... Yeah, okay, we're done with
Fuck the riddles. We're done. We'll move past it.
What do you call a donkey with 1,000,000 eyes and 1,000,000 legs?
Wow. I don't know.
A monster.
Oh, God damn it. I was just like, what? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, man. Okay. These riddles really fuck with my brain.
Okay, so 2 bananas are lying on a riverbank when a turd goes floating by. The turd yells to the bananas, "Hey guys, come on in, the water feels great." One banana looks at the other banana and says, "Do you believe that shit?"
Hey, are you sure you're not in the river right now yelling at bananas? I did like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, on that note.
On that note, let's hear what Old Man has been doing on social media.
All right, guys. So this week on social media, the 2 big things that I've found. One, it's been happening in the last month or 2. If you guys ever turn on the TV, I'm willing to bet you've seen these commercials. The new Bud Light commercials. Dilly dilly, dilly dilly.
Yeah, what the fuck's up with that?
So those things, turns out, this is kind of social media because it exploded yesterday.
Uh-huh.
So yesterday, or earlier this week, I found it yesterday. A craft brewery up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, released a beer called the Dilly Dilly IPA. So Bud Light found out about it, and they sent a cease and desist order so that they're like, whatever, this is great, but it's our product, don't, whatever, one of those things. Mm-hmm. Please don't continue to use this, otherwise actual legal stuff will come with it. So they hired like the little delivery guys, basically a town crier. Like if you think of any movie where the guy's reading a list in the middle of town from medieval times or whatever.
Yeah.
This guy was dressed in medieval clothing, walked up to the brewery and had like a big parchment scroll and was reading the scroll. It's super hilarious. That's just it. And he's just like, we've heard you have released a beer called Dilly Dilly IPA. That is the motto of our realm, so we wish you do not use that ever again. Stuff like that. It's fucking
so
great.
Was it a joke or was it like a legit cease and desist?
It was legit cease and desist, just done in a playful manner. So that way you know what I mean? Bud Light has done stuff like this before too.
Yeah. I guess I'm just confused. Like, where is Dilly Dilly in the whole? Was this after the commercial or?
Yeah, it was after the commercial came out. That's where they got the idea for the beer. Um,
Oh, okay, okay. So I get it now. I thought for some reason I thought it was this this idea was already in the process, the name of it.
oh no! This
And
is something
then
that
okay.
happened after the commercial. Sorry,
Okay. No,
should
no,
have
I'm on
specified
the
that.
same page now. That makes sense.
Okay. And then the other social media craze, like we alluded to earlier in the show, um, since it's now December, one of the biggest things that always happens every year around Thanksgiving, just post Thanksgiving time, starting of December, the great rousing debate about Die Hard
Yep.
always comes about. Um, is it a fucking Christmas movie? Is it just a movie that happens to take place at Christmas time? Good Lord, it's about as, a hot topic issue as whether you're a Democrat or a motherfucking Republican or a goddamn politician nowadays,
Exactly.
And people just lose their minds about this. Somebody did a study and they're like, well, for people that like Christmas movies, 68.5% of people interviewed think Die Hard's an actual Christmas movie. I'm just like, why? Why do you care this much? Let me think what I want to think. I don't care. Call me wrong. I don't give a shit what you think about me.
Yeah.
That's how I live my life. The only person who should give a shit about what I think is me.
I agree with that.
And we'll throw in an extra special bonus social media craze for the week.
Ooh.
For those of you that don't know, the College of Tennessee, University of Tennessee, is looking for a new football coach.
Mm-hmm.
So this week, and earlier this week, they offered the job to somebody who had been accused of child molestation or some inappropriate.
He was in the Paterno.
Yeah, he was involved
staff.
in the Paterno stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, senators, congressmen, congresswomen took to Twitter. People from Tennessee took to Twitter and berated the University of Tennessee enough so that they renounced their decision and just said, "Oh no, we decided to change our mind. We don't want to hire you." So this week, people have just been like, earlier in the week on Monday or Tuesday, North Korea was like, "We have an important press conference later to announce a huge decision," and somebody took a screen capture of that CNN headline.
Yeah.
And they photoshopped like a picture of Kim Jong Un and a little text bubble, and it said, "I will be announcing my acceptance of the coach for University of Tennessee." Stuff like that. Like
yes.
anybody who has like a third degree of separation from Tennessee has been like claiming. People have claimed that they're going to be the head coach. Like Bill Dance, this guy's like probably close. He's like probably in his 60s. But he's like a fisherman that teaches you how to do stuff, and he's pro fisherman, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he is an alumni of Tennessee. They're just like somebody took a picture, and it's just like it's Bill Dance with like a huge ass fish, and he's just like, this picture was taken after Bill Dance found out he's the new coach of Tennessee football. Just all kinds of crazy stuff like that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's great. Oh man. Obviously, the internet has some very opinionated opinions.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes it turns out great, and sometimes not so much. And I would categorize that as great.
Yes. Just so you guys know, that's all I got for this week. But definitely give a look out to our new Twitter page, 101 Things Under the Sun podcast. And yours truly will be the man behind the machine on that. So whenever I do them little chirpy chirps, be sure to take a look out for them. Hopefully I get some good stuff for you.
So we are currently on SoundCloud and YouTube, very clearly, as one of you, or you guys are probably listening on one or the other area. And eventually we do hope to expand out, but for the time being, we're just going to focus on where we're at now. So I do appreciate all of you guys that have listened so far, and hopefully you guys liked it enough to drop a like rating on this video from the YouTube standpoint. I don't know. I think there's a heart rating on SoundCloud.
Whatever there is, just do it.
Yeah, as long as you enjoyed it. If you have any comments about what you would like us to talk about, or if you liked what we were doing and you have some input into what we talked about today, feel free to drop it down below. We would love to hear what you guys have to say. And
peace out, guys.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys next time. This has been 101 Things Under the Sun with BrownieBits and the Old Man Hoodrich. We will see you next week.